Hi, my name is Kermit Hairston. I'm a native of New York City, but my mother and my maternal grandparents are from Henry County, Virginia, more specifically Martinsville, Virginia, which was part of Henry County for years, I guess, until the early 1920s, early 1930s.
I'm Rome Hairston, Rome R. Hairston, born Rome Russell Hairston, but I go by Rome Hairston because that's my military background from that. I was born in Henry County, Virginia, Chestnut Knob area. I was born and raised in Martinsville area, but Henry County, Chestnut Knob predominantly. My grandfather was a sheriff cop, so he knew about the county.
I moved to Virginia when I was about 9 years old and finished elementary school, high school, and college in Virginia.
I live in Atlanta, Georgia area now. I'm married to a wonderful wife, Susan Hairston. Susan Williams Hairston.
A native New Yorker, yes, I still consider Virginia home. It's because my basic roots are there. And it was about 1990, I think, that I found out about the Hairston story and the plantations in and around Martinsville, Virginia, and Henry County that I knew nothing about until then.
What does family history genealogy mean to you?
Well, I think that genealogy is important, and it's important for many reasons. For me, it's knowing where you've come from. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Knowing where you've come from, where your family history, your ties, a sense of belonging, a sense of history. I think that's very, very important.
To me, family history is quite important because I have long believed that people in general tend to feel better about themselves when they have a grounding or self-worth. And you can do that by knowing who you are, where you came from, your parentage, and the lineage going backwards.
How does it feel to be a descendant of people who were enslaved?
I sort of subscribe to the factual basis from one of my favorite writers that says that at some point in history, all peoples were enslaved. That's not to minimize slavery at all. It's just a fact. And I look at it in terms of that's something that happened. You don't want to forget it, but you don't want to lose sight of it from the standpoint that it blinds you from progressing.
But the mindset that we have to develop along the way of being enslaved, I imagine it was pretty tough, but kind of sort of like the Jewish nation, I understand, was enslaved in Egypt, and they were let out, and they, I think they grew past that generationally, as I hope will happen for us, the Negroes who were enslaved. Generationally, they'll grow out of that stigma that they don't have to have that to be defensive against, defended.
Is it important for people to be able to research slave records?
Slave records are important.
Yes, it is, because slave records, if they're properly documented, they can give that person the credibility behind those tales, those fireside chats, and those family stories that pass down from one to another.
Where certainly I can't speak for the masses, but my personal experience was that I didn't think the records existed. And when I found out that they do exist, I think it's a marvelous thing to have a written record or written documents whereby people can research the history, the past, the backgrounds.
The records speak for themselves, I guess, so long as they're accurate.
What dreams do you have for your descendants?
Well, I hope that they're happy, number one, and successful in their careers. And I just hope and dream that they continue to honor the Hairston name.
I would like for my descendants to know where they've come from. I think we all have stories to tell. I have a story to tell about my family, especially, well, I say especially my paternal family, my maternal family as well, but we know that line fairly well. My paternal family we don't know a lot about, and there's a heck of a story there to be told. And I think that this is something that not only will my children benefit from, but my grandchildren as well. I think it's extremely important.
To know your name, honor it, and necessarily defend it, and just continue the traditions that, like I say to some, that I'm a fifth generation from slavery, but I don't show, hopefully I don't show any remnants of that period of time. And I hope my descendants go on and be successful in life. And one thing I would like for them to do is hold on to the land that I own right now, which is passed down from Hairston from generation to generation. And I somehow think that the old Peter Hairston owned that same piece of land at some point because of where it's located.